Bands and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's your rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to comparing.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. In the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out. And they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
The Steelers send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Here's Jackson to throw. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. This defense for the Steelers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews there to make the grab. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Now a dump-off here complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Off play action. Hall sliding out of the pocket. He finds Corey Davis. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. On first down, Hall uncorks one for Davis. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They hand this off to Harris. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. They'll try the right side with Harris. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They run for it with Harris. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more this time, the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Being chased out left. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Harris. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Harris. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now a give, running left is Harris. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit Painter, but they're going to go for it. Off the play fake. Hall. They'll roll. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now a handoff for Dobbins, and he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So at that time, the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. But for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
But I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance travel or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it. But he sure made it look easy there.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Second down and 3. Back to throw. Hall flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, that's a mound of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going for it. This is Harris. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Vincent Smith, 37 yards. And the Ravens continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Tucker now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Off play action. Hall. Flushed out right. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Hall. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Off play action. Hall. That's swung out wide to Harris. It's a gain of a couple on what should be the final carry of half number 1. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Final adjustments are underway in the locker rooms. Which of these 2 teams will survive and advance to next weekend's AFC Championship game? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Taking in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
And the final readout on Next Gen Stats, remarkable. That ball traveling close to 80 yards in the air. Tucker now to add the point after. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
On third down, here's Harris. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Decided to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah, your side of the field, this stage of the game, you're supposed to punt the football. He said, who cares? I'm going to light the book on fire.
Yeah, analytics, everyone else, be warned, he's coming for you.
He'll buy some time right. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Looking to throw. Hall. Completion here to Claypool. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Hall now throwing on 4th down. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Able to hit his target, Claypool. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. On 4th down, Hall. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Things just kind of continuing to unravel for them here in this second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, It's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. But it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Jackson on 1st down. This is Smith with a grab. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Take it in at the 3. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 64 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They run with Harris. breaks through the contact. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a give right side. Harris. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Their coaching staff, they were pretty adamant at the beginning of the year. Our goal is to get to the Super Bowl. They made it to the playoffs. That's part 1, but they fell a little bit short.
And to me, once again, it exemplifies